Howdy everyone, it's Sam. Welcome back to Wobble Enjoy Sports. If you're new around here, I hope I can get you to consider to like the content and subscribe to the channel. But if you are a regular around these here parts, thank you very much for the continuous support. The 2024 BMD Premiership kicked off last weekend with just the one single contest. The rest of round one starts this weekend. It will be completed by Sunday. And the main game that I'm looking at this weekend is, of course, the one that features the Mackay Cutters taking on the Tweed Seagulls. Why am I doing this for those who may not be familiar? Last year for a couple of years now actually, I've made a concerted effort to highlight the women's feeder club for the North Queensland Cowboys, the Mackay Cutters. Once the 2024 BMD Premiership finishes, it's pretty much all systems go for the NRLW season. The North Queensland Gold Stars, they were once known as, won the title back in 2022, and since then I've had a real affection for the Mackay Cutters and for this team that by and large, yeah, they are very much representatives of the North Queensland Cowboys. But anyway, without further ado, let's get stuck into the team list and the preview. Saturday night, 6:10 p.m. kickoff Queensland time, 7:10 New South Wales time, Mackay Cutters versus the Tweed Seagulls. This will be the second ever match between the two franchises, if you include the North Queensland Gold Stars franchise from a couple of years back. This will be the fourth ever match, and it is the Mackay Gold Stars contingent that have the overall head-to-head record at 2-1. Tweed, they did not unfortunately win a game in the year 2023 and copped the wooden spoon. The year before, they only won the one solitary game. So for the BMD Seagulls, it has been real slim pickings. What was their last victory in the BMD Premiership? It was in fact in round one in 2022 against the North Queensland Gold Stars. So that was their last victory in the BMD Premiership, and they are coming big time in 2024. They have a good looking squad. Let's get into it. So at fullback, Jataya Fafua. She is a North Queensland Gold Stars player. She's also played for the Gold Coast Titans as well. A zippy, small fullback, and looking to improve her passing game, I imagine, as well, and get a lot more screen time. A handy player to have on one's roster. The wingers for the Tweed Seagulls, Brianna Raymond and Lily Paxton. Miss Raymond is a 20-year-old winger, not inexperienced, but she's very young, very green, very raw. She has sevens rugby experience. For Miss Paxton, she's been a leader coming up through the grades. Coming through the New South Wales Women's Country Championship as a second rower. She's going to be playing as a winger this weekend, and the two wingers that I've just mentioned haven't been part of the team, part of Tweed at all. Coming into this weekend, the centres, Perrine Mozerat. She is a French International Rugby League representative that was picked up by the Roosters, put on a development contract, and because Queensland Cup kicks off, this weekend, or has already kicked off, and the New South Wales Cup for the women's side of things doesn't kick off until friggin' July, there is an influx of New South Wales players that are playing in the BMD Premiership, or already have in the game that happened last weekend. But a lot more New South Wales players are playing in the BMD Premiership. So I think, and a lot of them actually have a foot in the door in the New South Wales Origin camps. So read into that what you will. I think it is a smart idea, and if there is a door open for them to do so, do so. They're just playing in the best Premiership competition, women's, second grade competition in Australia. So yeah, make the way up more so, New South Welshmen ladies, eh? And the other centre for Tweed Seagulls is a young lady named Jasmine Morrissey. She has also been playing New South Wales Country Championship football, and she did so well that she was selected to be an Australian Prime Minister's 13 representative without having a BMD Premiership game next to her name, or having a club, an NRLW club. So she's been killing it. She's on the up and up. Maybe keep an eye out for this young Morrissey. The halves pairing, this is where they do look strong. Ashley Quinlan, she is a Canberra Raider half, and she won the BMD Premiership last year with the Burleigh Bears. She will be the 5'8", and Taryn Aiken is the captain for the Tweed Seagulls. She missed last year, and I think it's because of an injury that kept her out of the entire BMD Premiership last season. But she's back, and she's a mainstay. She's a veteran of the Tweed Seagulls, and she's the captain. She returns this weekend against the Mackay Cutters. The forward pack, I think this is their strength for the Tweed Seagulls. Laker Clark played with Mackay Cutters last year, so a bit of venom this weekend, but Miss Laker Clark played with us last year, and she's been around town with the Gold Coast Titans NRLW franchise as well for a couple of seasons now. Lily Rose Kolch, or Kolk, apologies if I haven't pronounced that name correctly. She won with Burleigh Bears. She's now with Tweed, and she's also an under-19s Queensland representative as well, coming up through the grades. Jessica Elliston, no biggie. One of the best NRLW props going around. Jess Elliston, starting with jersey 10 on her back. Number 11, Caitlin Phillips as well. She is affiliated with the Eastern Suburbs side. Olivia Kernick as well, the other second rower. Obviously, with the Sydney Roosters herself, she, another New South Wales Origin representative, is zipping up to the BMD Premiership to get some minutes under her belt before she puts on the sky blue jersey in a couple of months' time. And then the lock is Zara Canfield, and she's gaining more and more of a status as a really loyal, hard-hitting, reliable defender. The interchange, Laylee Phillips, Georgia Elliston, sister to Jessica, and then we've got Miss Polo, that is Kalani Polo, and then number 17 is Ali Bullman. Interesting story to Ali Bullman, New South Wales under-19 State of Origin representative, an Australian schoolgirl, and she is affiliated with the Sydney Roosters. Yet to make her NRL debut, I'm pretty certain, but watch this space. Ali Bullman has a bit of a rap on her. She could be set for an NRLW debut this year. Now, shifting into the Mackay Cutters girls, the North Queensland Cowboys feeder club. In at fullback, young Crystal Blackwell from New South Wales, from Goulburn, and boy howdy she impressed. She got thrown into the fire, very green and very raw, and I think she held her own very, very nicely last season for us. Excited to see how she goes at fullback. By the way, before I continue, there are players that have been scratched due to injury. Shania Power and China Pilata, due to injury. They were signed by the Cutters. They're not playing this weekend. China's definitely out for the season. I'm pretty certain about that. Shania Power, watch this space. She may be a couple of weeks away. And Jamie Chapman is a Tweed Seagull, and she has not been named this weekend. I'm going to say that's an injury, but that's unconfirmed. I'm not too sure what the go is there with Miss Jamie Chapman. As we go on, Kim Hunt, a Indigenous All-Stars representative, Parramatta Eels NRLW player. She's on one wing, and then the other winger is Ebony Rathstrand-Smith, Queensland Under-19s representative. Got a bright future. I was there, I saw her, she did some good things, but got to see a little bit more of it before I can actually give you a fair dinkum critique of how I see Miss Ebony Rathstrand-Smith. But looks really good, looks athletic. The centres, this is our strength, I think, or one of our strengths. Shelley Long and Jasmine Peters are our centres this weekend. And going up, with all due respect, while one of the centres is a French international, I do think that we have more experience. Besides Miss Ebony Rathstrand-Smith, I think we got more experience in our backline just. Moving into the halves as well, Kayla Shepherd and Tallulah Tillett. I've had my eye on Kayla Shepherd, and I tell myself that yes, I'm sure that she's done a couple of good things, but I think this year she's going to be one of those players that I'm going to really keep an eye on for us this season. Miss Madison Heckerty is one starting prop, and S.A. Banu is the other starting prop as well. Madison Heckerty has been a part of the North Queensland Gold Stars development program for a couple of seasons now, or was, but she's been given jersey number 8 this weekend, and captain for the Mackay Cutters, my favourite player in all of rugby league, to be brutally honest with everyone. Miss Emma Manzelmann in at hooker, captain or my captain. The back row, this is strong. Tiana Rastran-Smith, Bree Chester, and Pani Rupapere. Pani Rupapere has been around the traps for a couple of years, or for a few years now. Bree Chester, a tall-ish second rower, still got a bit of greenness to her game as well. She did some nice things in 2023. Looking to see more of her and just more improvement from her, especially defensively, if I might say, this year. And Tiana Rastran-Smith, she could play front row, she could play back row. She'll still knock you down like a friggin' bowling ball. Tiana Rastran-Smith, excellent. Interesting. Number 14, Emily Bella. I really like the cut of this lady's jib. She too is an under-19s Queensland representative. I am certain as anything that she got herself a try last year in that game. Keep an eye on her, man. If one day down the track we've got Emma Manzelmann at 9 and then Emily Bella comes on to do her thing, we might have the best 1-2 punch hooking combo in the NRLW sometime down the track. I really like the cut of Emily Bella's jib. Sarika Muka is in at jersey number 15. Elle Stitt and Montana Best. Montana Best has been a BMD Premiership player for a couple of seasons now. So that's by and large it. I just wanted to preview the team lists, go into a little bit of history about the BMD Premiership and the Mackay Cutters and whatnot. Mackay Cutters, they got themselves to a semi-final last season and lost to their rivals, the Bears, the eventual premiers of 2023. Do I think the Cutters can go deep? And on the fair income department, I do think that they can play finals footy again, for sure. I think in this game as well, while on paper, I would say that the back line for the Cutters is probably better than Tweed, and I think Tweed might have a better forward pack. I do think it's evenly matched. Tweed, interesting to see how they go this season after finishing with the wooden spoon and having a fair chunk of their roster overhauled. It'll be good to see how they go this season. But yeah, Mackay Cutters, they're going to win this contest this weekend, 13 plus, as you do. And one of these weeks, I'll be doing a live stream, live commentary reaction to it all. So keep your eyes glued for that one. Hope you enjoyed this preview and that I shed some light on some of these players that you may not have heard of before. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you. Take care. Adios.